Did Thanos break the Infinity Gauntlet at the end of Infinity War? There's new evidence from the digital release of the movie. We're breaking it all down. This is the Nerdy News Rundown. Let's get you filled in. If I had a time stone, I would just continuously refill my coffee up like throughout the whole day. Yes, so you did not hear me wrong. Thanos indeed likely broke the gauntlet at the end of Avengers Infinity War. This was right when he does the snap. Something crazy happens to the gauntlet and to Thanos' arm. Now, ever since the movie, we haven't really had a lot of clarification on what that moment meant or what the impact of that moment would mean for Avengers 4. Now, with the digital release of Avengers Infinity War, we have even more information about what exactly happened in that moment. The Russo Brothers refer to this moment in the director's commentary and make it known that during that snap, while using all of the gems at the same time, the gauntlet and Thanos were permanently damaged. But you might say, as I immediately questioned, what about the time stone? What about the ability for him to use the time stone to reverse the damage that was done to the gauntlet and to his arm? Well, we don't know too much about the Infinity Stones within the MCU and what the actual rules for these things are, but it is important to note that Thanos had mentioned that whatever happened to Titan could not be undone even if he had the Infinity Stones. This implies that there are some things within the universe that even the stones cannot undo, and my personal theory is that this has to do with what is done with the stones themselves. Some things that are done by Infinity Stones may not be able to be undone by other Infinity Stones, or maybe not undone by certain Infinity Stones. And so it's possible that Thanos will be going into Avengers 4 with a damaged gauntlet and with an inability to use all of the powers of the different stones at the same time. It's also possible that he's personally wounded and weaker, so that when he does face down with the Avengers in Avengers 4, they will have a much better chance of actually defeating him. Now, this is not something that comes from the comics. This is an MCU creation, and it really seems like this is an attempt for the Russo brothers to put some kind of an evening of the scales with the gauntlet. I mean, when it is used in that capacity to do something that crazy, it has consequences. The words permanent damage to both the gauntlet and Thanos, I mean, that is a big freaking deal. So I like that they have done this for the MCU, although we're still not exactly clear about what it will mean for Avengers 4. It's also heavily rumored that in Avengers 4, using the quantum realm to jump around, the Avengers will be assembling their own gauntlet. Is it possible that Thanos will be out trying to get a new gauntlet for himself at the same time that the Avengers are assembling theirs? Could we have a build off of sorts who could get their gauntlet completed the fastest? Is it possible that whatever happened during the snap impacted reality in such a way that other major entities out there, like the Celestials, like the one above all, the Living Tribunal, and Eternity himself, might have their attention put onto Thanos and what is happening in the present? Now, interesting to note, at the end of the movie, when we see Thanos looking out and smiling upon the universe that he has just balanced, he is not wearing the gauntlet. He is gauntletless and just looking out into time and space. So maybe the gauntlet's completely trashed and he just had to get rid of it and can only use the gems individually. Either way, this is a very noteworthy piece of information dropped on the Blu-ray of Avengers Infinity War. I'm sure as more and more people dive deep into the content on that thing, we're going to get even more little nuggets of information like this. These can help form theories for the next film, draw out Easter eggs and different things like that. So it's just nerdy fun, but I thought it was definitely noteworthy and worth covering on today's show. So that is the news. Apparently Thanos permanently damaged the gauntlet and himself when he performed the famous snap in Avengers Infinity War. Please let us know in the comment section, what do you think about this? What do you think it means for Thanos and Avengers 4? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? Whatever your thoughts, let us know in the comment section below. That's gonna do it for today's show. It's Thursday. You almost made it through another work week. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and nerdy day, and I will see you in the next video.